Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. But let's get started. Darren Harmon and the Steelers have finally reached an agreement on his deal since drafting him in the first round with the 21st pick. What does being the 21st pick get you, though? Supposedly a lot of money. $18 million going his way, all guaranteed over the next 4 years. I think this shows we've secured the defensive front for the future. We got our guy. We got our next Cam Hayward. We know who's the next guy up. I'm excited to see what Harmon brings to this team. As I said, I thought he was going to be our first round pick. I thought what he brought on both the pass and rush front, on the pass and run game, when I mean rush, on the run game. I think he was dominant in college at Oregon. I think he's going to continue to grow his career in the NFL. He's built exactly like Cam Hayward. I mean, it's kind of crazy seeing them next to each other out there. They are honestly kind of look more like brothers than Cam and Connor do, in my opinion. So he's going to be learning from Cam Hayward to begin his career, and I'm excited to see what he develops to be for the Steelers. Hopefully, another all-time defensive lineman for our Pittsburgh Steelers. But let's keep this show rolling. Move to Aaron Rodgers once again. He's doing everything but making a decision that's football related right now. He appeared on Joe Rogan today or yesterday at this point, but didn't really give us any updates on the football front at all. Kind of frustrating. I watched that whole thing to see if he would give us any hints to if a decision is coming soon for Rodgers, but sad to report that it was a whole lot of nothingness on that podcast. Uh, if you want to know his thoughts on the world, his thoughts on just everything going on in life, he'll tell you that on that podcast, but nothing really too football intriguing, in my opinion. I'm just looking for any signs here soon because I know it's coming. We all know it's coming. Just make it official. We don't need to just trust a verbal agreement between Rodgers and the Steelers. It's kind of pissing all the fans off at this point. You keep your names everywhere, but you're nowhere, basically. And then you show up on Joe Rogan's podcast to do your first appearance on something in a while, and you give us really nothing. I know that's the Aaron Rodgers way. Jets fans will tell us all about it, but it's just getting really frustrating as a fan point of view. But we did add a new piece today, just an extra depth piece as we got rid of Lasidius Smith yesterday, an offensive lineman. And today we bring in a guard, Nick Broker. He's played for both the Bills and the Texans in his career so far. And both of his stops so far in his career, he's been a rotational guy, someone that doesn't really get too many starting minutes unless someone goes down in a game. Then you'll see someone like Nick Broker. He provides depth to an offensive front that, offensive linemen, they get knocked up every couple weeks. They're dinged up. They're slamming into each other every play. 50-some plays a game. They're running straight into another man. So they're bound to get dinged up. This is just another depth piece for to prepare for when people go down, honestly. But let's wrap this show up with something a little more intriguing. As PFF released its all-time team recently, and we got two Steelers on PFF's all-time team. Right now, in the comments, guess who it is. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First one, offensive. We got one on offense, one on defense. Offensively, our best player of all time on the offensive side of the ball, they say. Antonio Brown, as he makes the all-time team. And I'm not going to lie, complete agreement with this. If he didn't go crazy, could have been one of the best receivers of all time, I fully believe. Antonio Brown in that stretch from like 2013 to 2019 was one of the craziest wide receiver stretches I've ever seen. I know the debate then was Julio Jones or Antonio Brown. Had the Steelers guy, always an Antonio Brown kind of guy. Just the routes he would run, he was smooth out there on the field. That's all I can use to describe Antonio Brown because somehow he was always open. Didn't matter how many people you put on AB. AB was in open. AB was attacking you deep. It was, and all aspects of his game were just really solid at the receiver. He had hands like glue. He could run sharp any route in the route tree and get open. We miss those days of Antonio Brown before the Vontez Burfict hit, which sent him spiraling down into whatever he is today. We love Antonio Brown, but it is just facts that something has happened to his in his mind that is slightly snapped. But the second one, on the defensive side of the ball, my favorite player ever, the man behind me sacking Joe Flacco, Troy Polamalu. Polamalu, as Pat McAfee would say. But we know Troy deserves to be here. This is the best safety of all time. Better than Ronnie Lott, better than Ed Reed, better than all of them, better than Night Train Lane back in the day. Better than anyone you put on the field, Troy Polamalu is going to be the best safety, no matter what. Man was just the most instinctual player we'll ever see in our lifetimes. There'll never be another Troy out there on the field. He was one of one, and since his departure, I've never felt joy really like watching Troy Polamalu once again. That man coming over the line on 4th and 1s, 3rd and goals, all those types of plays, him just jumping straight over the line, timing the snap perfectly. Oh, chef's kiss. When I played football, that's who I wanted to be like. That's who every defensive player that was a safety wanted to be like. He wanted to be like Troy Polamalu in the box, reading plays, making tackles, getting to interceptions, just being around the ball no matter what. That's what Troy provided for us for many years. But I'm glad PFF recognized us as we got 2 players. Let me know if you think any of our other players got snubbed. I know TJ Watt, I think that's the one I'd say got snubbed the most. Uh, they gave Myles Garrett and Von Miller, they put them on it over TJ Watt. And I will go to my grave arguing that TJ Watt is way better than Myles Garrett. I know some people don't agree with us as Steelers fans. PFF loves them some Myles Garrett. They love stats that are just generated and not actual counting stats. They love their percentages, their pass rush percentage over or their pressure rate percentage over actual sacks, which TJ Watt gets. So that's my biggest snub. TJ Watt always over Myles Garrett. I don't get it. PFF loves Myles Garrett. That is it from Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Denis, and I will see you tomorrow.